maybe I need to make a video just about these cells. If that's something you would like to see, give me a comment below. But check What's going on, family? Welcome back. I know it has been a while since I've seen you on camera, and I'm just glad to see you again, friend. Okay, so I know I'm a little late, but life has been happening, okay? I juggle many hats, and I still wanted to give you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes and just an update to what happened at the Fluid Art Experience down in Dallas, Texas. There's actually going to be another one, and you can find out more information about that. But I want to give you a few little sneak peeks, and we just had an amazing time. I met some of the most amazing people. I had great classes, so much great feedback. I actually sold 14 pieces of art in Dallas, and that was freaking amazing. Super happy about that. Got rid of some older paintings, even some ones that I painted weeks before arriving to Texas. So without further ado, let's jump into the video, my friend, and then we're gonna paint a little together. Afterwards, I'll see you in a bit.
All right, and action.
Check out. So I'm just pouring out my pillow paint here, and this will probably end this canister. Might not quite have enough, we'll see. Alright, so I had just enough paint to finish out this canister, and I'm going to show you the consistency of my paints. I'm just going to show you one. This is a custom mixed color. This is silver with some white and just a touch of ochre yellow. So I like to call this like cement. It has a little bit of a brownish hue to it from the ochre. And we're going to use a lot of this today. You can see it's super creamy. I'll also be using an iridescent blue black as well as a turquoise, another ochre color mixed with a little bit of Canadian yellow, and then this is like a Naples yellow. So these are going to be my colors today. I'm actually using two different cell activators. I'm using my Oxide Black by Amsterdam. Okay, and the recipe is in the description. And I'm also using Copper by Amsterdam. And this is such a pretty color. Here's that copper. And the usual Oxide Black. So I am going to do a swipe, and it's going to look a little different from the swipes that I normally do. We're going to add a lot of movement, and as I pour this out, I'll kind of tell you what I'm looking for. So I want this color to be very prominent in my piece today. It kind of is going to act like a background color, so I'm going to use quite a bit of it here. And definitely want my pillow paint to mix in this go round. I want to create some really cool cell and lacing with my cell activator and this color. So I'm going to take a number of different type of palette lives, which I have up here. I'll show you those in just a moment. And in addition to that, I'm going to lay a good amount of my gorgeous iridescent blue black, one of my favorite go-to colors. And for a pop, if you will, I just want a pop. I don't want these colors to kind of overtake everything. So I'm just going to add a little bit of my turquoise here. Just a little bit. A little bit of my yellow. And a little bit of my maple. And today I'm working with a number of different palette knives. I can't promise I'm going to use them all, but I'm going to show them all to you. These all come from various places. Actually, a viewer sent me a couple knives. That was super sweet. Thanks, Christine. This is a Liquitex, and it has like a flat base that I'm going to use. And of course, some smaller palette knives. Okay, and I need an even smaller one so we can get in and play around a bit, if you will. And I'm just going to load some of my cell activator, and I'm going to be pretty liberal with it. I'm going to spread it around my palette knife, if you will. And any excess I can shake back into my cup. And I'm going to add a little copper on here as well. Down the center here. And I'm going to take my palette knife, and I'm actually going to start in my pillow. I want to pick up some of the pillow and pull it with me. I really want that pillow to mix in with this gray color and spread it out to kind of get a two-tone thing, if you will. So I am going to go in and swipe. Okay. Wow. Mm. Loving the effect I'm getting. I'm getting somewhat of a pearl effect at the top. That is from my pillow paint mixing in with the cell activator. Wow, look at the reaction. What a gorgeous reaction we have here. And that just gorgeous. Okay, so we're also going to take my smaller palette knife, and I'm going to put some cell activator. And gonna swipe like so. And we're gonna do that again down here in this section. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I just slapped some on there, and I want to grab some of this copper if I can. Let's see. And I'm going to take my even smaller palette knife, and we're going to swipe some of this blue black off. And I'm going to do a good long swipe. Have nothing on my palette knife here, but I am going to kind of and now I'm going to take this palette knife and I'm just going to swoosh. I'm going to swoosh, if you will. This time just a little bit of the black. So we're going to take our palette knife in like so. Absolutely love that curve there. And I'm hoping that that cell activator will break through. But look what we have there. Love that. Hope we don't lose it. And lastly, you see all my pearls looking here. We're going to take some of this and swoosh it. So we've made some adjustments here, and we're going to spin this off, but I want to kind of stretch a little bit, kind of move some things around, if you will. And we're going to go in and spin. Okay, so we didn't have to spend too hard to get our paint to move. We had a lot of paint on our canvas and we're just gonna slow it down ever so slowly. But what I love is we get that motion that we created with our palette knife, and that pop of color is just freaking gorgeous. Now I'm going to do some tilting here, and I'm going to actually tilt this corner off. Gonna tilt that corner off and bring it back. So I really wanted that gray color to serve as a background as opposed to the white, and I got pretty much what I was going for there. Okay, now we'll kind of move the composition around a bit. And I'm going to try and stretch this just a little bit more. Okay, check out those pearl type of cells. It is like perfection. I love it with that black and white, but we have that pop of color here along with that cement color that has really turned brown. I have made that color before, and it's amazing what happens to it when you stretch it. It normally doesn't get this brown, but I just love the soft effect that it takes on because it strays away from my white backgrounds that I use a lot. I like a white pillow paint because it gives me lots of opportunities, but I also need to step out of my comfort zone and do some other backgrounds as well. But this is really, really pretty. I'm loving it. It's just the cells are so big and luscious. Okay, so big and luscious. I'm gonna get you guys in for a close-up. All right, friends, look at those ginormous cells. OMG, I am just loving this pearl-like reaction. Maybe I need to make a video just about these cells. If that's something you would like to see, give me a comment below. But check out our little splash of color and our little bits of copper. So I'm loving the composition here. The only thing that I'm not liking too much is I like the negative space, but I don't so much like the blue right here. And some of my cell activator is breaking up because I did do quite a bit of stretching. So I might play around here. I'm going to think about it in just a moment. But once again, here's what it looks like. And look at the sides. Those huge cells coming off the sides. OMG. Thank you so much for watching, family. And remember, do every single thing with love. Treat your friends, your family, and even your enemies with love.